Hi there peeps, I'm Psiloncraft. I'm here together with Browniebits450 in his world, and we are going for a tour. So this is your spawn, right?
Yes, this is world spawn of Brownieland. Brownieland is my single player baby, which I have transitioned into a viewer server. So people that watch me on Twitch are able to join after so many watch hours. And
Cool.
Basically, if you were to hit this button, that would go to the Season 2 area. Sir, can you please leave? So yeah, this world I have myself have over 4,800 hours of playtime in this world.
Yeah.
This was first started in September of 2017 and has been going strong ever since.
Cool. So you play together with your viewers?
Yes. Now, where we're touring is my area only. So that's considered my single player area, including this area here. Though eventually we are going to be opening up certain buildings for the viewers to actually create their own little like dorms in. So they'll have like a little spawn area there where it will take them to their base depending on what season it is.
Yeah, cool.
So some command block magic.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the university, which is basically the inside and outside lore part of the world. So the lore that ties this into the world is that this is the main university for the world. This is where all the great minds come and learn about the world and all of that. Where it ties into real life is this is where all of the lore is actually stored. So I will be writing books, little stories, that type of stuff. Comments on videos will be posted in the library. We will have actual teleporting buttons to go to the different cities and different areas that people want to check out. And then there's actually a little Patreon hall over here as well.
Oh, cool.
Which is in here. So we have the patrons from Patreon and then the Twitch subscribers, which I think everything is correct on here.
Oh, Dennisy.
There might be. Yeah, Dennisy.
Fellow Norwegian
Dennisy,
YouTuber?
Yes. Yeah. He's a fantastic dude. So
yeah. Oh, you have a lot of patrons too.
Yeah. A lot of really cool people.
Yeah, sweet.
So
Cool.
But yeah, that's kind of this area. Nothing too fancy with this. I am building it up and making it look nice, but right now it's just kind of like a work in progress.
Yeah.
I like to go big, as you will eventually see.
Yeah. I tend to do the same, so it takes a lot of time. We also did a little sneak peek of your library. I really would like to show that off because I really...
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the most done building in this whole area. Absolutely.
It was a really cool idea, storing all the documents and comments and all the scripts for the episodes and like a real library. So that's that's a nice touch actually.
I thought that was a pretty easy thing to kind of tie in to make sense. So a lot of these areas are just kind of for the looks. Like this is just like a small reading room.
Yeah.
For no reason but to have.
Yeah.
I think it looks nice.
Yeah, it does. Just to collect
and
those.
Then yeah, absolutely.
All the leather and paper.
Absolutely. So this area that you're just in was the comments of the day from the 135 episodes of season 1.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Now I haven't gone through and actually finished off all of the comments, but most of them will actually have books with actual comments. Yeah. So
this here is a lot of work too. So it's that's kind of cool thing to do.
And then plans to have season 2 over there, and then if we come up another level, there will be there's more areas for more of the books that I could write.
That's cool.
And then we have the actual storage library part. This is where I plan on actually bringing in chests to store the lore of the world. So this is where you'll find different lore stories, and that type of stuff. So
yeah. Oh, here's the ladders to get up and down. That's
yes.
cool. That's
and then
sweet.
the final part of this, which is again just another little like design part of it. Every library needs a quiet study room, which is at the very top here. So you have these little nooks for studying for the students.
Yeah.
And they have all the books they could ever need up in here. And yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this will be so cool when you update to 1.16 and you get the solid walls, you know?
Oh, yeah, that will be so nice. I agree with that. I can't wait.
Or just like, like the study guys. What you doing? What you doing down there? This is a cool idea. This is actually.
I love this building.
Yeah,
this is.
It's cool because you also give the library a function, not only aesthetics looks, you know, because that's so typical that people make libraries and there's just like collection of bookshelves, but that's it. You actually made it into a library with storing all your writings.
Well, eventually there's still a lot of work to be done on it yet, but that's the plan to fully do that. So
yeah, but you already done quite a lot, and that's it's cool. I really like that.
Yeah,
nice.
I'm very happy with this build. Very proud of it. This is actually my most interior done building in the world, because I'm normally an exterior builder. So I've been working on doing interiors, but this is kind of my first dabble at doing this like legit. So I think I'm happy with the way this turned out.
Yeah, it's good work. Really good work.
Oh, by the way, go ahead and take the book and write your name in it. Just as a show that you were here.
Write your name and student ID. Craft. And what's my ID? Is it 001?
Yeah, let's do 001. Why not?
Yeah.
You might have to pass it to me.
Yeah.
I forgot I have permissions set up in this.
Yeah.
There we go. So we're gonna go this way, and I'll kind of give you a little sneak peek. There are little bits and bobs that I'm going to be adding in throughout the world as well, but this is kind of a preview of that. This is an old campsite, which this was overgrown at one point. I haven't come back and put all the grass back. There was a weird bug, and I don't know what exactly happened. I don't know if it was when I updated the paper or what happened, but all of the bushes, and I actually had mushrooms growing here, and there was a bunch of stuff over here that just disappeared. But there are little spots like this all across the world. If you actually walk the path, you'll be able to find it. So it kind of gives the anybody that's touring this area the reason to actually walk it and not fly, because there's a lot of places that are actually hidden in trees that you would not see if you were flying. This is the wheat fields of Allowick. And basically up here, world spawn was in the wheat field, not in this one, but across the pathway up here. This is where we spawned in at, and you will start to see the city of Allowick come into render distance here. Now, fun fact about this, I know I told you off camera, but fun fact about Allowick is when I spawned in, the woodland mansion that you see up here was a generated structure. I did not build that. That is actually in the exact location that it was. That's actually kind of why I started building the way I did. Was I was like, you know what? I'm going to take all of the vanilla structures and make cities around them. So that's kind of why everything looks similarly to it. But I tried to take my own and make my own twist on different things. But this is the first city I built in this world. And I kind of housed up here. This is where everything started. We do have little Patreon builds for people around here for instance, the little like record shop from for Neeson.
Yeah.
Who's one of my first patrons, actually. But yeah, this is his little repair shop. He said he wanted a kind of a tech repair shop. So there's little computers here that I made, and he's got his repair and tech shop.
Yeah. Radio Shack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A more Minecrafty Radio Shack.
Yeah.
So basically the idea is that we have kind of the richer area. This is the wealthier people of the city are over here. So you're going to have a lot bigger houses with more space, more floors, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
No interiors in any of these. Not yet, at least. Plans to do so.
Yeah.
But there's just so much to do.
Yeah, no.
I literally have like 2 full notebook pages full of plans for this world. So
yeah. And also interior takes a lot of time and resources to gather up.
Exactly.
So I'm actually starting to store shulker boxes full of all the different interior pieces. Just have it on hand, like setting off one day just to craft up all the different elements. So that going in and do interiors
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
This building here is actually one of Pixel Rift's one chunk Woodland Mansion.
Yeah.
Originally, this was a villager trading hall.
Yeah.
Before 1.14 dropped.
Yeah.
So there are a few villagers left, but this was actually all filled up.
Yeah.
And there was a entity bug in one of the releases. So there's a few that survived, and that's it. So I've kind of forgotten about this project because it was kind of a pain in the butt. There's some buildings in here that are more functional than any other purpose. And then some are aesthetic. Most of them are aesthetic. So we have like, this is kind of the poorer district. So this is the less wealthy people, smaller houses, kind of packed more densely in together.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a lot more houses in here with a lot more, interiors that I have to do, but smaller houses. So
yeah,
not nearly as bad.
No, and easier to do interiors too, because you can do like 4 or 5 in the same episode,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my personal favorite, I have 2 favorite buildings in this city. Yeah. It's kind of hard to decide which 2 I like the most, but my first favorite would be this library, which again, library.
Yeah. No.
But this is where I stored all of the enchanted books. And I kind of just made it out as like a library. So you get to look out onto the bay, which is actually just a lake. Nothing too crazy with that, but look out on the bay, you see the ship coming in. And
kind of good screenshot,
Go for it. Another little area, nothing too fancy in this portion of it, just kind of looking nice and all of that.
Yeah.
And then the top part is where I actually stored the books. And I went on a trading spree before 1.14 dropped, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
so
that's
you can kind of see the amount of efficiency books I have.
Yeah.
You can see the amount of mending books on this side here. And then unbreakings on this side.
Yeah. You're going crazy here. Like shulkers full. That's a lot of trading.
Oh, yeah. Now, I didn't trade nearly as much with some of these other things, but I wanted to make sure that I had more than enough books in case the dangerousness happened. And I even got a bunch of Curse of Vanishing and Binding books just for the fun of it.
Yeah, but actually using Curse of Binding on your Elytra, for instance, that's not a dumb idea, because when you equip it and you tend to go to the end and jump off the ender, forgetting to put on the Elytra,
That's fair. And we actually have a data pack in this version that you can throw an Elytra and a chest plate on an anvil, and it will give the Elytra the armor set of the chest plate.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. That's one of the things I.
So then there's no reason to ever take your elytra off.
Yeah.
The second build that is my personal favorite in this city is going to be Patterson's Ports, Pallets, and Packaging Palace.
Yeah, cool.
That was a stream name.
Yeah.
It was actually the first extra live stream I did, which was a 24-hour live stream.
Ooh.
And we built the entire building over here during that live stream.
Oh,
and that happened in November of that year.
24 hours streaming. That's crazy.
So, yeah, this is the shipping area.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we have probably my favorite design that I've ever done. I put stairs back to back and created these pallets with a slab in the middle. So it actually looks like there's pallets that are carrying these things. So
yeah, that's actually a cool twist.
Feel free to steal that if you wish.
Sure. I was just thinking, what if you used campfires to do the same?
I had, like I said, this was built before that even came out. But I had not actually thought about that. That would actually work as well.
Yeah.
And then at the top here is the storage area. So this is where I was actually storing all of my stuff. So we can kind of go through lots of stuff.
Yeah, that's nice. This is manual storage, right? No redstone.
Yeah, this is manual because I was like, I just kind of want it to look nice. I originally had item frames, but the entity bug took them all away. So I kind of was like, you know what? I'm not going to go back through all of that.
Yeah, you know.
And then this is the office of the owner of this place. And if you look up at the ceiling, there's a giant P in there. And that's how we got the alliteration of this place. Patterson's Ports, Pallets, and Packaging Palace.
Cool. That's cool.
Because of that. So, some fun stuff.
Yeah, that's nice.
With that. That is basically Alawick. It is the City of Heroes. It was founded by the great General Obsidian Minisword, which is actually one of my patron names, and he subscribed at a tier that got him put into the lore of the world. So, there's a big story. I'm actually writing that huge long story of how he founded it and everything like that. Basically, his final days, and that will be in the World Anvil at some point, but I gotta make sure I'm happy with it before I release it.
So that's gonna do it for this part of this tour. We will be back with another part, perhaps 2 more parts later. Hope to see you back then, and make sure to follow Browniebits and give him a like and sub to him too. There's lots of things going on there. He's also doing a hardcore survival series, and make sure to give Browniebits a visit. This is Sai signing out.